It's Chuck from Above the Basement, Boston Music and Conversation, the official podcast partner of the 2017 Boston Music Awards. 2017 sees the Boston Music Awards celebrate their 30th anniversary on December 7th at House of Blues in Boston. Tickets are open to the public and on sale now via the Boston Music Awards website at bostonmusicawards.com. The night will feature multiple live performances from nominated artists, and winners will also be announced that night, so if you want to see who wins firsthand, make sure you grab tickets. We had an interesting conversation with indie electronic trio Contact. Matt Rhoades, Bryant and John Mellino sat with us to talk about their dark, melodic orchestral pop with an 80s post-punk influence. Contact's sound blends infectious hooks, hauntingly beautiful compositions, and stadium-sized energy. They just released their first single, Gravekeeper, off their upcoming album, and they are nominated for 2 Boston Music Awards, including Electronic Artist of the Year and Pop Artist of the Year. We talk road trips, recording, hunting, prisons. We were all over the place, but it was a lot of fun. So here is our conversation with Contact, recorded at Woods Hill Table in Concord, Massachusetts. Did I leave my notes over there? I think I left my notes over there. I gotta go get them.
Just keep it rolling.
Keep it rolling. I'll be right back.
Why? Where would they be with Lisa?
They've got to be at the bar.
This is rolling.
So
rolling right now.
Lisa's the bartender.
We should do it over there.
We were live right now. Let's
Chuck walks in.
He's got a nice stride to him. He's running over there.
He's going fast.
He's been working out, I think.
Yeah.
Hey,
you know what we looked up over
nobody
the 99?
likes that tip.
What's that?
There's actually something called a fretless guitar. I don't know why we were talking about that, but
I believe it.
there is. Chuck, very.
None. The answer is 0.
Might have a heart attack. Did you ask him anything important?
No, nothing.
What type of prison is that?
What?
We passed a massive prison.
That's a serious prison.
It's a real deal
Oh
one?
yeah.
Serious.
How
Yeah,
close is
that's
Matt
what
to
it
a
says
school
on
right
it.
now?
Serious prison. The real deal prison.
There's actually a women's prison. That's the male prison, and there's a female prison nearby as well.
That's not the female prison. No, it's not
No,
across the
that's the
street.
male
That's not a female prison.
There's one right nearby. I'm not saying that's the one.
No.
It's right nearby. There's a male one and a female right in
Interesting.
Concord.
That's where they get
No,
their
there's
mail.
not.
Yes,
Females
there's a
get their
female prison.
No, there's not. The one across the street on the
I'm
Rotary
not
is
talking
not.
That's a
about the
gas
one across the
station.
street.
Was there,
There's a female prison that's nearby.
not in Concord.
What are you, from Concord or something?
Yeah, I know that. I know if
He
there's
is from Concord.
a women's prison in Concord.
I was always told there's a women's prison.
Maybe it's in your mind. That's a women's prison. I don't know.
Jeez.
No, no.
That's
They
what
got.
all this-
I
I
feel
feel
like a
friends have
bass
said.
player right now.
They got some.
It's terrible.
Oh, man, come on.
They do have.
Slapping the bass.
Not the banjo.
They do have some bad dudes in there. But what are you looking at me like that for? Go ahead.
It's fine.
Ask a question.
No,
You've been sitting here. I'm still trying to catch my breath.
I don't think we need any questions.
I'm curious about
We're
the
just
gourds
talking.
here.
This guy's a straight shooter right here.
Which one are you pointing to?
Austin?
Ron.
Oh.
Ron is a straight shooter.
At the 99.
He was getting me at the bar already with questions.
Oh,
I'm like,
no.
all right, yeah.
He
Well, I
always
want to
does-
hear more about crossbow.
Crossbows? Well, what
Why
part
do you
of
know about
crossbows?
crossbows?
Dude,
Well, he's a hunter.
I've been hunting before.
What? He is so full of shit.
No.
Did he
He's
lie?
like making up
Listen.
stuff to you guys.
No,
Did he lie to me
He's
at the
an indoor
99?
cat.
No, I'm not. An indoor cat.
He is declawed. He
Listen.
doesn't know what a crossbow is.
I used to work with this guy, Dan.
He's watched The Walking
Fantastic
Dead
guy.
twice.
Seriously.
I'm dead
First of
serious.
all-
Dead serious.
First of all, were you messing with me that
He
you
was messing with you.
you
No.
don't hunt?
No, I've been hunting before. 100%.
You've
With a-
hunted once?
No, it's like 3 or 4 times.
Fishing, it's like hunting in the water.
3 or 4 times. This gentleman named Dan. He used to work with him with Murley.
I believe him.
I don't believe any
I think
of
he's in
this.
character.
But
This
you
is
don't
Daryl.
use a gun. You actually use a bow.
Yeah,
Right?
because Dan used bows.
That's
Dan.
more.
Dan.
It's more sporting
Yeah.
that way.
See, this is
Makes
like
sense.
what your band can learn about you right now.
Yeah. See.
Compound bow.
I've
what
known
do
you for a long
use?
time, and I've never heard
Maybe
this.
you guys. Maybe this is
You're
a
a
nice
vegan. I
therapy
don't wanna
session.
talk
I
for
guess
all of us.
so, yeah.
There
Because
you
I'm
go.
vegan, that's why you've
Oh,
repressed
very
What
it.
is that
respectful of John.
All right. Well, guys, thanks for coming. I met you guys a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
On
Yep.
top
Just
of the,
last week? Or,
2 weeks
It
ago.
was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
That was a pretty cool setup there. That was at the Verb Hotel.
Reverb on the roof.
It was so fun. It had like lights and everything, standing like right on the edge when we were playing.
was
Yeah,
so
that
cold.
wasn't allowed up there. They wouldn't. They only allow like band members.
We just
and-
signed a waiver to go
It was
up,
pretty
too.
sketchy, actually. You had to climb a ladder, so
Yeah.
we were like hoisting the drums up through this little hole, and
Yeah, it's like a
things
little
barely
hole.
fit.
It
And
was
Yeah,
like-
you had
the
to
ladder
sign a waiver,
itself
huh?
wasn't
Yeah.
that sturdy. It was a very weird ladder.
I used to live in the area. I used to live right down the street when I went to college, and that used to be a Howard Johnson's hotel.
It
You
was?
can tell.
Yeah,
That's
like
awesome.
Like a
old
crappy
school
Howard
hotel.
Johnson.
I mean, you can kind of tell by some of like the lines of the windows. Like I don't think they changed the outside of
Okay.
it.
Yeah. They did a good job.
They did a
actually.
great job, and I think it kind of gives us its classic kind of look too,
Yeah.
that kind of rock and roll classic.
It's
look.
cool.
But it used to be Howard Johnson. and
That's too good.
That area was a little sketchy
Yeah.
at the time.
You played on the
90.
roof. How was the sound?
They had monitors, like floor wedges for us, so like
You could hear it from the pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a
oh,
little
and then like
echoey.
from the pool, it sounded fine.
How did
Kinda
it
like
sound
hearing,
to
like-
you guys?
It sounded good on the
Yeah.
roof.
It's fine. I mean, anytime you play outside, the sound kind of goes everywhere. At a club, you have like the room to hold in the sound a little bit, so it's
Yeah.
a little different. But
Because the BMAs are hosting a lot of these, right? Like
They
every
are.
Friday?
Yeah, I think it just wrapped up. Actually.
Yeah, I think Friday was the last one.
Yeah.
Were you in some bucket of performers that were going to be chosen? Or how did that work out
For the
that you-
performance itself.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm sure they asked a bunch of people if they wanted to do it. We say
Yeah.
yes to everything, so
yeah.
Right.
yeah.
Podcasts.
As you guys know,
Podcast, everything.
That's why you're here.
Try anything once.
yeah,
Twice.
That's what
yeah.
it is.
John
Yeah,
says
you try everything twice. You
Or
don't know-
3 times in your case if you're shooting for a deer.
I'm just saying you do everything twice, though. At minimum. You don't know if you liked it the first time. It could have been a bad experience.
But you didn't answer my question before. Did you actually, when you made your first kill, did you have to drink the blood of whatever you killed?
No.
Did Dan?
Do tell more of this elaborate, fictitious story.
No.
We have PETA outside. Actually,
Yeah, I know, right? There's like
I think it's kind of
Frame
sad you
impressed.
guys don't believe your bandmate.
I don't
No,
believe.
we
I
do.
love
The-
Speed.
Matt.
I've known you for like 8 years. I've never heard this.
I never tell you about Papa Murley stories.
Okay,
Papa Murley.
I do believe then if it's Papa Murley's magic.
Papa Murley's magic. He's a real guy. I worked for him as a for a general contractor for like 6 years. He had this gentleman Dan that worked with him, and Dan took me up to Maine with him the first time because Dan was a bow hunter, former Navy man, a real guy. He's a real person.
You know the
this
story's
sounds
real.
more
'cause-
fictional.
Yeah, no, I'm just
More
saying.
and more.
He's a real person, and he took me up because I asked him to take me with him. And he doesn't do any gun hunting, so I didn't really need
3
any like,
unicorns
license.
out in the woods of Bangor, Maine.
Oh, I hate you guys so much.
Sorry.
No, that's why I'm glad I'm always first. Everything.
That's why he got to choose where he got to sit because he was
True.
here first.
Yes.
He always gets, yeah.
I wanted the round table. I didn't want the square one.
And what did you hunt for? A deer?
Deer.
That's what they did in Red Dawn. Did you see Red Dawn with Patrick Swayze?
Never seen.
Back in the
Red Dawn.
80s,
I
they
don't
made
think
a
I saw
remake.
that
They
one.
did a remake of it, but when he killed his first deer, he had to drink the blood.
That's where you're getting that from?
That's where,
I would never do
that's
that.
where I'm getting that from. That's where I'm getting that from.
No, not my
That's my
thing.
hunting experience right there. Red Dawn.
Just watching Red Dawn.
You can live
That's as
vicariously
close
through
as I
that.
get. Maybe fishing.
I have to say, though, I was at work looking at some teasers.
The website video teasers.
Oh, right on.
Yeah. It pulls you in. It's not a video. It's a trailer for you guys. It's almost like you're pulled into a movie or something.
I agree because there's also short attention spans like me.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
It's
Well,
like
it's everyone
it's like
now
a minute.
on the internet.
there's
That's
a
all they
4-minute
have.
video. It's like if I last over 2 minutes,
Dude,
then
it's funny you say that.
it's really good.
When
it must
was
be
the
a really
last
good
time
video.
you watched a full music video? How messed up is that to
I don't
really
know.
think about?
It's kind of like a
Sick, thanks.
cliffhanger too. It says like, okay, or it may make you want to see the band, hear the band, do something more with the concept. You know, and I don't know. I like that. So
Thank you very much
And the other thing I noticed about the teaser was the I love your font.
for the logo.
Yeah,
Thank
Worked
you
so
very
hard
much.
on that.
Contact.
Thanks.
Yes.
Where did that come from?
For the font or for the name?
The font.
The font, it was, we had a guy doing a single album cover, and he just made like a rough, and it had that logo and that font first try, and I was like, dude, that's it, like for sure.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
it kind of. Go ahead, Chuck.
What? You kind of what?
I don't know what it did, but it spoke to me. I liked it.
Thank you.
When I had to work in a real job, I'd find whatever music I could to take me away from the pain of me traveling in and out of New York City to Penn Station or wherever I was going. It was electronic music, but it wasn't like
Mood.
club music. It was mood, like Sigur Rós I would listen to. And also, and I wanted to know if you guys knew who this person was because you used something that he used, and I don't know if you did it or not. It was Brian Transeau, otherwise known as BT.
Yeah.
You know who he is?
Yeah. That's
He-
why I use Logic to record, is because BT.
He uses something called a stutter edit,
It's from Isotope. That's what I use on all my stuff.
a production technique that consists of taking a small fragment of sound
Glitching.
and repeating it rhythmically. So it's like a.
Yeah.
Okay, wait a second. I got to know what this is. You got this at Isotope at Mark Ethier's place, right?
Yeah.
Is on the vocal?
Well, you can use
Or-
it on anything.
Anything.
It's a
But what do you
VST.
use it on?
So basically, you load in small amounts of samples. It doesn't work really well for big chunks, and it repeats it in a clever way, and it has bit crushers and filters, and it just modifies that sample in a pleasing way, and there's a billion different
So you can
options.
just hit like that, and it'll take it and put it into a rhythm.
Yep.
But like a really quick
An
staccato
incredible rhythm, though. From
like that.
64 all the way down to 64th notes to like just like eighths, and it's stereo pans. And
Yeah. So that was the first thing I thought. I'm like, this sounds like BT.
Oh.
Because I guess he I don't know if he invented it.
No,
or
he did. He designed that plugin.
Nice,
Yeah.
that's cool. I'm so psyched. So that's the first thing I thought
Good
of.
catch.
And I was wondering if you guys knew who BT was, because not many people I know do. I hadn't listened to BT in a long, long time. This Binary Universe, is that what it's called?
You caught
I
me.
used to
That's a
listen
deep
to it all the
cut.
time.
Funny
You
fact
were
about
outed.
Stutter Edit is it's going to be super popular, even though it already is. It's going to be stupid popular now because Stranger Things. They just did an
my
interview
daughters are
where they
watching
said that
that.
was their primary editing tool for all the synths on the new Stranger Things
Oh,
season
really?
2. Yeah.
Interesting.
So it's going to be a
I just
massive.
finished that today too.
Did you?
Which song is it on that
If
you use
you
it?
listen to our single Gravekeeper that just came out,
Gravekeeper, that's what it
right?
is, yeah.
So what I took, it's so funny you say stutter. I can't believe we're talking about this. I took the chorus as a bounced thing, so the full chorus, all the vocal tracks, like 8 tracks, and I took like just like a bar of it, and I put it in Stutter Edit, and that's the end of the song. The whole end of the entire song goes da 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 da.
Right, that's where
it
it
cuts.
ends. Okay.
And that was Stutter Edit that did that. You got me.
I feel
wow.
like a genius right now. I should
feel
I should
kind of
just-
like
I should stop right now.
I feel like I need to change.
How do you know my deepest
That's a
secrets?
deep cut.
That's awesome.
All right, cool.
Chuck,
Excellent.
I'm really
You
impressed.
gotta,
You're so-
what are you gonna do now, man? You gotta think of something
Nothing,
really
but
good to
you're just
ask.
like-
Deep, come on.
You're just some
That was pretty awesome.
silly acoustic guitar player.
I know.
All of a sudden you
I may start playing a fretless guitar now,
Whoa.
Oh, please don't. Please don't.
just because. So awesome.
Busting out the
With a
fretless
pick
bass.
slide.
Do you guys put mellow music in your live shows too? Do you have a mix?
We haven't been because we've been playing so many one-offs where we're kind of just like in panic mode. Like, you know, you got 30 minutes, 40 minutes, get on and off the stage. However, in the long scheme of things, as we get longer sets, I'd like a lot of interludes with like these beautiful piano things that we write.
We've been doing a lot of like weird ambient noises, like heartbeats and like weird cuts of like just talking behind
We
everything.
found like an old
Chatter.
horror movie thing.
Yeah.
We kind of loop that and build that
And
off a
just-
heartbeat.
yeah,
and part
build
of
a
set.
heartbeat
You could do that
underneath it.
live.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do that one live.
Put it in a sequencer type of thing.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, and loop it
exactly.
on beat to the next song. It's
Yep.
kind of rad.
That's a lot of tech savvy stuff. You dealing with all that sequencers and stuff like that. You guys
Yeah.
are that's your thing. You guys can do
We
that.
could go
stuff?
hardcore into it. We try to dial it back lately. Like, let's keep it a little more guitar bassy, less like insane with the synths and sequencers because it's a slippery slope.
Who plays the
Once-
synth?
John and I both mess with them, but we're trying to cut them out. To be
Yeah.
honest, yeah. We might get like a synth player that kind of hides in the back with like a black sheet over him or something
yeah?
like that.
No lights on, nothing. Yeah.
We might go down that path. We're just flirting with it right now.
I have a drum machine too, so I use like SPD SX.
I've seen in the video. I've seen you
Yeah.
using the drums.
So I'll use that live. So if we use like super like 808 toms or like just like bass drops or things like that, like we'll try to throw that in. But all of it is pre-made, so it's like on the beat, and Matt's created like a perfect echo effect on like those things that we throw in there, so they're like perfect rhythmically as well. So
I read somewhere about you guys, or maybe it was something you said, the phrase post-punk new wave. To me, a lot of the stuff that we've been talking about right now has past and future in the same band.
It's so rad, yeah.
We all have influences, but you could see that there's like this sort of futuristic quality of your stuff
yeah,
that we're talking about with the stutter and the sequence stuff that they didn't do in the 80s.
Of course,
But then you
yeah.
have that 80s,
the 80s influence.
Yeah.
sensibility
Yeah,
too.
basically
Sure.
glitching out new order samples. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, so you can sample even some of the
Some of their like sound
stuff
effects
that you
and
were
stuff like
influenced
that.
by.
Exactly, yeah. Or their synths they're using, like all the Moog, all those old samples and synths.
Right.
I know you guys are huge Cure fans. I've read that. It's not like I would hear your music and be like, "Oh, these guys are obviously Cure fans."
Awesome.
It's not as dark. Your lyrics are dark. For like Gravedigger,
Yep.
your lyrics are dark to this very happy pop sound.
Yeah,
right.
that's, the juxtaposition is what I'm always going
Right.
for. Yeah.
It's hard to compare the two.
Yeah.
Well, the
But-
Cure are all over the place, and I kind of like that about them.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's like, I would like to actually take more notes from their playbook, and that is like, you'll have songs that are kind of just like these jams, and they're dark and long, but then you have these like ridiculously small structured pop songs.
Yeah.
Friday
I
I'm
kinda-
in Love is
yeah,
like
yeah.
the same
We
chords.
just spent so long learning all their
Yeah.
songs. I feel like I know their
Da,
structures
da,
inside
da,
and out.
da, 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 da.
yes.
I mean, that's freaking great, right?
Yeah, it's
So fun.
insane.
Yeah. And I'm a
But then
I'm
they'll
a
have like
huge Cure
pictures
fan.
of you, and it's this song that's like a 4-minute intro, and
Yeah.
it's just like all this weird shit building. It's like,
I was talking to Chris Delmhorst the other day. She's a singer-songwriter in Boston, and she did a Cars cover album.
Cool.
And Cars did something that The Cure does a lot, where it's like every instrument has its own little riff that kind of builds on itself, right? So you have one little guitar riff, and then another one on top of that,
we throw on top of
and then
that?
something else on top of that, and even the bass line is not just a simple bass line; it's a riff on top of that.
course.
And
This
you,
guy
and you know those riffs. You can sing along to each one of those parts when it happens.
Yeah.
That's what I love
It's
about
like a
The Cure
beautiful mayhem
and the
once
Cars.
it gets going. I totally
Yeah.
agree.
Somebody actually just called us like gloom pop the other day.
Gloom pop.
Gloom pop, and I was like, we were all like, oh, it's actually really cool
not
because
bad.
That's another name for a band.
I want that on my
Gloom pop.
tombstone.
Gloom pop.
I love it.
that was a cool encompassing sound because it is. It's like we do have some of those structures with the form and then lyrically, and then like you were saying, it's like a little bit happier but like dark content. So I think that's like a all encompassing name, which is kind of cool, or
Yeah, I like
genre.
Gloom pop.
Was it Vanyaland who said that?
Yeah.
Michael from Vanyaland said it in it, like a piece about us, and I was so pumped.
Excellent.
I'm gonna get that like tattooed on my face.
Dog.
Whoa.
It's our first dog on the podcast.
That's a big fan right there. That
Actually, we've had coyotes on the we have had coyotes on the podcast.
No
way.
How?
We did because we were talking about coyotes, and I woke up early in the morning once I heard the coyotes in my neighborhood, and I took out my iPhone and I recorded it, and we put it on. Could we talk about them? And so I put it on as a little bit of a thing at the end. Yeah.
What does a coyote sound like?
They were just there was like they were just like a whole pack of
Super
them.
creepy.
It's pretty creepy. Yeah.
That's uncanny.
Yeah. Stop that.
I didn't
Insert
say
sample
anything.
here,
What are you talking about? You guys get on the road much? You tour a little?
We haven't toured his contact yet.
I mean, we just did South by Southwest, but that was
Right.
probably our big one last year, and Isotope followed us down.
Right.
So we actually just released that video today.
I saw that.
Spire.
Yeah.
So we took
We-
Spire down, and
We got
Spire's cool.
we
is
got
really
a sneak peek at that when we talked to Mark Ethier.
Yeah.
nice.
And this is before I was released. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, I gotta have one of these.
It's so
yeah,
dope.
the mic on it is unbelievable.
And
The mic's incredible.
So what did you
Really?
do? So explain to anyone listening to this what we're talking about. So Spire is this portable, really amazing quality recording device, right?
Yeah.
So Isotope's a kick-ass plug-in company. They've been making plugins for years, and everyone uses them. This is their first physical product,
Right.
where they left the digital realm.
It's kind of like an interface, like a portable
Yeah.
interface in a sense, where you can plug in microphones, but it has a built-in awesome microphone. And then you can use it with your phone, so it's almost like GarageBand in a sense, where you're able to like multi-track and then put effects on it.
Because I have this Spire app right here.
Yes. If
And
you
I
had the
just
device, it would be so much
recorded
better.
something the other day. It's pretty amazing, right?
Right.
And you just
Yeah, that's
layer
right.
these
Layering, that's the
things
easy
on
thing
top
about
of
it.
each other like a sound recorder everybody has on their iPhone.
Yeah.
But the beautiful thing is that you do 4, 5, 6 tracks and you can mix it on all your
can hand
levels.
them,
It's so
yeah,
easy.
EQ it.
Yeah.
If I
it's
remember
crazy.
correctly, doesn't it have its own built-in like little Wi-Fi too?
Yeah,
It does.
that's
It has
right.
like built-in Wi-Fi, and
So you can send it right out to
well, not
the
only that, but
cloud
if I build something on my phone through my app, Matt can pick up on it
Oh,
and
yeah,
add
I
to
forgot
it,
about that part of it.
which is the best
you can
part about it. It has its
collaborate
own built-in
through the
little memory.
device
Which is really
instantly.
Really?
It was
Yeah.
dope. I
So you
forgot
can
about that.
write together from wherever
So like
you
yeah,
are.
I could do like a little guitar track, whatever, send over to Matt. Matt can add on top of that. He can't really edit the track that I think we did, right? But you can add on top of that and do his own vocals on top
And
of
is
that.
it all? Can it be all in sync with a metronome and certain beat?
And we even
No, I think no.
Oh, we
think
uploaded.
it didn't have a metronome
that's
yet.
what we did. We uploaded a.
We
drum
made our
track
own
to it.
metronome.
That's
Put that on the
right.
Spire.
Yeah, we
So-
did.
So you can
Yep.
put in a
Yep.
metronome.
So one of the
Yeah.
tracks was a click track that we made, and then we played all to
And
that.
we
and
had,
then
like,
you
the-
can all do it separately.
Exactly.
Yeah, we had the really early
So
version of
dope.
it too, so we were like kind of trial and error.
You're
Being
beta-
like,
you were
yeah, we
beta
were like,
testers?
what about this, or we could try this, or this is what's happening when we like push this button. And there was like definitely a learning curve.
Yeah.
As we were headed
But
down.
you took that on the road. That was that
Yeah.
video,
Yeah,
right?
we
did.
So
Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah.
in hotels and gas stations, just to see
Yeah.
like how much we could push it. It was
In
so
blizzards.
Were
fun.
you guys recording something in a pool?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Nice acoustics.
It was
Yeah,
so dope, and there
it
was
was
like
really cool.
these like this
That's
drunk
the longest
couple.
day of our life. The drunk
Yeah.
couple.
Oh my god, it's
They were
the
like
worst
raging
day.
in the hot tub, and you can hear them.
Is
in
that
the background.
the truck breaking down day?
Yeah, that was the same
That
day.
was
That was the first hotel that we got to where we're like, we just need to.
Can't be that bad if you ended up in a pool.
It
You
was
should have seen the
no,
other
you-
hotels we
you-
looked at though, and I was like, no, we're not.
It was pretty not great.
The day was not great. The night was.
The night was awesome.
It was pretty not great.
It was cold, lots of snow. They
Where
shut
were
the-
you? What state were you?
We were in New York.
No, we were in
Was it
Pennsylvania. We were in
So
Pennsylvania.
they shut
We
all
were
the roads down.
just above Scranton.
Yeah,
when
you're
it
right.
happened.
We were driving. The snow was pretty bad. We stopped like 4 in the morning and slept for a little bit. And we got
Like
up-
an hour.
Yeah, an hour. And we got up and like the roads were awful. So we're like, all right, let's just get some gas and like push it. Got to the gas station and immediately got stuck at the gas station.
Then got out of that.
We're wearing what you see here pretty much. We're like thin leather jackets. I had like fingerless gloves with the only gloves I had.
so cold.
So we're like
No preparation for real
freezing
snow.
and like trying to push the van, and then we're driving, and they ended up shutting the highways down because the snow was so bad. So all
we
of a
weren't
sudden,
aware of this.
Putting
Yeah.
along on the highway like a bunch of idiots.
no, there's no cars, and we're like, we can't say anything, and our wipers were like broken. So we had,
Our
we
wipers were
had
the worst.
no windshield wipers, and like the fluid wasn't working.
We're
so
literally
like,
we had a bottle of isopropyl alcohol and we're dumping it out the window on the windshield,
we
trying to get it
can't
to
see
defrost.
Is this
and
during the
just
day or in the night?
No,
It's
during the day.
now.
It was
Yeah.
just during the day trying to get
Yeah.
it to sea, and it just wasn't
Why'd you have isopropyl?
because the
alcohol?
antifreeze thing
He
wasn't
Googled
working.
like, what do we use if our
Oh, so you
windshield
Because
got
the
more
antifreeze
at the
that-
store?
yeah,
the
we had a
antifreeze
couple
wasn't
extras.
spraying up for whatever reason. It was like frozen over or whatever it was. It just wasn't working. So we
Oh.
just picked up the bottle and we're like just dumping it on the
there.
window.
We almost drove off a cliff.
Yeah, it was
'cause
the
we're like
whiteout.
putting along. You can't see the ground from the sky. It doesn't look like it's the same
Color.
And then, so I was like, guys, I don't know what to do. Like I'm panicking because
So-
I was driving. I pull over. And
He pulled over, but you can't tell where the lines are. So he pulled over so far to the right that there was a ledge, like a small like little.
And the van is just tipping.
So
down.
we spent at least 30 minutes
giving me
debating.
anxiety.
We spent 30 minutes debating, like, all right, so what do we do? Do we try to like shovel out? And
We called
Oh.
AAA. They
we
said
called
you're
AAA,
screwed.
and
Highway's
AAA
closed.
took 20 minutes to tell me like, yeah, sorry man, like we can't do anything for you. Like you're on your
Highways are
own.
closed.
So you call the police.
Then we called
Yeah,
the
you
police.
should've called the
They
police.
reamed
They were
us.
pissed at us.
Really?
and,
Oh, they were so
yeah.
not happy with us.
And then we got a tow truck, and they actually like just pulled us all the way. So we're like cruising in the car, like on the top of the tow truck.
While you're being towed.
10
Wow,
feet
right.
off the ground in this van on the slippery highway.
And then-
Freaking Pennsylvania.
there's savages there.
And then when they dropped us, it was like they wouldn't drop us off in the parking lot. So
He
they
would not.
They dropped
Because
us off
screw
in the
you
field.
guys.
Yeah,
Making me
but
get
so
out.
it gets better. This is the best final part of the story is he does that. He's kind of like, screw you guys.
He
We're
won't
like-
let us get out of the van until we pay him.
So we pay him all this absurd amount of money. He drops us in this shit lot, and then he gets stuck on the way
Yes.
out. And we're like, well,
Karma.
what was it,
Karma.
$200
Yeah,
if
we'll
you
shovel you out.
It's a wash.
Exactly.
We didn't shovel them out.
Oh, we were fucking cold.
But it ended up you playing with your Spire next to the pool.
Exactly.
Yeah.
yeah,
So we were
and
near
we
this
ended
hotel.
that. We ended that night, and it was fantastic.
But you know, this is also the time that you got, the three of you are kind of forming as a band, right?
It's true. It is true because we were all.
So
like,
I mean, for
dying
better
the
for
whole
worse, it's just like you guys will never forget
Thunderdome.
that.
It's true.
Yeah, for
It was
sure.
one of those
True.
things that, like, when it happened, you're like, oh, I never wanted to do that again. But like months later, you're like, yeah, I could
It was
do it.
fun.
I
Yeah,
could do it.
It was.
You look
we were
back,
crying,
it's-
laughing.
Makes for a good story, right?
For
does.
sure. They just asked if we want to go back, and we were always like, we're never doing that again. And I was like, yeah, I'd love to. That'd be great. Can we fly this time? That was like cool.
During the summer.
I saw the interview you guys with that. Who's that woman like by the brick wall?
From the Depth Entertainment in.
That was in Philadelphia.
It was in
Yeah.
Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those guys are great. They've been
I
supportive.
can't remember the
like you
name.
don't
I can't
believe.
remember the name of the
Mike Bones from the Depths.
Yeah.
It just reminded me when you were talking about this experience going through hell freezing over, basically, that
Hell of a time.
that you were just figuring out who you are as a band.
Yep.
How you fit together
That's so true,
literally
yeah.
in that van and that experience. Does that connect with the music somehow? Do you
does.
guys see that happening? Or
It does, because like we're still just like getting used to each other still then, and like I don't know, just tighter now when we write, even like harmonizing, even like you're just closer. It's
Yeah, it's
easier.
become a lot more organic for it.
It's
lately.
it makes you more organic. It does, like yeah.
And there were times in the van where we were like messing with the Spire, or we were just kind of like jamming her. Matt would be like, "Here's like this chord structure," and like would sing a little part. So there was just some like vibing and some writing, and like those songs are finally coming to fruition now, which is months later. Like
months
been a process,
and
but
months.
it's so cool to like have
so
those.
ones that were born in the van, so to speak, with the Spire.
Two that were
Tho-
completely born on Spire are like pretty much done right now. So
That was the first thrown into a van and dealing with Armageddon coming your way in the snow.
Yeah, we had a
So
crossbow
what-
man
if
over
you
here.
wanna- let's reverse a little bit. How did you guys meet?
I used to have a studio in New Hampshire, and I met Johnny. He was doing like a pop project years and years ago, and we just like gelled right away. How many years ago was it?
We did Warped in 2013. It was probably like a year and a half, 2 years before that. So
And then, how did we meet?
So we first met. My band opened for his band, and then years later we like met on through Craigslist.
Got it.
Answered the old ad, and then we actually ended up living like a block away from each other in Newburyport.
So there was a contact before you guys.
Yeah,
Right?
there's two
Yeah.
versions of
There's been
contact.
I was
multiple
just saying, I'm
versions.
gonna leave it this.
Is
man.
this
I'm
the
not
third?
Yeah.
Get in touch with it.
This
This
is
is the
technically the
Is this Contact 3.0?
Well,
It
yeah.
is. I don't.
Well, yes,
count
because
Bree
you had
as one.
two different women singers.
We technically had
Three different
three different women singers.
there's-
Long story short, one was done with music, and then the last one got pregnant.
We actually recorded some stuff. We like redid some remixes, an acoustic version,
Such a good voice.
and it was awesome. She was so easygoing, and the vibe was great. But it was just like she was coming to like a different point in her life, and you heard how glamorous it is to drive to Texas in the
I've heard.
snow, and imagine that with a baby, it'd be a tough trip. But
Did-
not that it's not doable, but it's just
No, but
challenging.
yeah.
you
it's-
sing when the other women were singing in
I
the
was
band?
doing background vocals and harmonies and like writing melodies. But so after that third one, I was like, you know what? It's time to just like keep it minimal, because even like I hate to say it, but like business wise, it starts to get really weird when you have like these external people come in, and you're truly the real songwriting force or production force. If that makes sense.
Band politics can be ugly.
It's so ugly and gross, and I just like don't have time for it. And so I was like, let's keep it organic and just have it be the dudes.
Yeah, and it's like it just got to be more of a headache and more challenging, and Matt sang before in previous projects, and it was just it kind of organically happened, and he's been writing a lot of stuff and just came to the table and we're like, these are the tunes, and we were all like, this sounds amazing, like let's just roll with it. And
But I mean, the stuff with the women singers, it's fantastic stuff.
Yeah,
I mean, really great.
Do you do those songs live
No,
now?
we completely cut them.
You won't sing them in a different key or whatever. Yeah.
They're
we
on your
did for a
website.
little bit. They are.
I'd get rid of them if I could, just so we could have a clean slate. But it is what it is. It's part of the history.
Did you think about changing the name of the band?
No, actually, I didn't, because I love this name so damn much. So the crazy beginning of Contact is we signed to Warner, and yeah, major label deal, all exciting.
When was
And,
this? What year was this?
2015, and they were like, change your name, it's unsearchable, and I was like, no, I love this name. Like,
You know
I
what?
fought for
Then
it.
they're not wrong. It's a hard one to search for because it brings up Contact, the movie.
And it was almost like an FU to this searchability like culture, because I just like I'm over it. Honestly, I'm over it. Like I just like writing music. I like playing shows, and like
You can find it. It doesn't take that much
you can find
longer
it.
to
It'll-
find it.
If you
But-
want to find it, you'll find it. And so like we did this Warner thing. The irony of that whole thing is they're dead set on changing the name. We didn't. They drop us after they gave us like the advance, and like before they snuffed an entire record. So there was like 10 songs that were finished, Dunzo, gone. That was the first singer.
Yeah.
So when that got snuffed, then she was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm done. That's like heartbreaking, because it really is. It's like the most devastating thing when a label drops. So then we signed to another label after that.
So wait, they still own them,
They own them, and they just
Go sit on them.
they
So-
sat on them because they own them. So
and so you can't do anything with them.
you can't touch legally
paid
can't
for
touch them. Yeah,
And so it's still sitting on the shelf somewhere.
it's dusting somewhere.
Wow.
It was a tough build for this band at first. Yeah. So that's why I kept the name, because I was like, it's like a badge of honor at this
Yeah,
point.
but at this point,
Now,
you're-
so are you? What is the next step for the growth? As far as, are you looking to be signed with another label? Or are you going to tour first? Or
I want to tour
Do both,
first.
yeah.
Yeah, because the thing I've learned in the past is I've been on EMI. I've done every label, tooth and nail. the second you sign to a label, you don't make money off your music anymore. You make money off your merchandise and your touring. You're basically saying, like, here's our songs that I put my heart into, but they'll never generate money, because I like making money off the music sometimes, because you still own all the publishing and the rights. So I want to wait.
You're in syndication for some stores, I've heard.
Yeah,
and
we get publishing placements all the time.
Did the direction musically change now that it's just 3U?
Big time.
Yeah.
Big
How
time.
so?
Before, it was kind of like you're writing with someone. It almost feels more like we're going to write this song for this reason, be it a movie, a commercial, or like the second we kind of disbanded that and said, like, let's just have fun. We like write these songs organically and just kind of like bang them out, and we're having so much fun with them now.
Yeah.
It's a little more rugged now. Yeah. It's like a little more punky, I would say, just because by nature, because we don't care about the rules. But
I think that's where the new wave comes in. Like, and you can hear that in the Gravekeepers and the newer stuff that we're writing. There's still mixed in elements that blend the past music to now, but it's definitely going in that new wave direction, punk, a little bit more punk feel. Mm-hmm. I think that's where like the Cure sound or the new wave is kind of mixing in. So
you have enough for a full album.
Several albums at this point. Just trying to whittle it down.
It's just a matter of getting into the studio and getting them all,
finishing them and deciding what we want to release. Yeah.
So, but Gravedigger is your first big single,
yep,
right?
That was kind of us saying this is what we are now.
Yeah.
And then we have a whole record ready to go. That's just like that.
We tracked drums, guitar, bass, and almost all the vocals.
What's the story with BMAs? You guys have a few nominations.
Two
right?
nominations for just releasing that song. We got Pop Artist of the Year.
Electronic and pop, maybe?
Yeah.
So you got Pop Artist of the Year is your nomination.
I would love to get that. That's a dope nomination. That's flattering is what that is.
We're also up against, I think, Paris.
All the nominees, I mean, they're all really good.
This year's dope.
It's just crazy talented people.
That's awesome.
No, it's a good scene right now. Bearstronaut's crushing it.
Talk about Bearstronaut too.
Yeah,
we'll talk to them. We'll talk to Cal Bent on Sunday. We'll talk to him this weekend.
Obviously, Paris is killing it, like insane.
It's so weird too. I've known those guys forever as well. I played Warped Tour with them like way back in the day. We played the teeniest stage of Warped Tour. We opened for them, and now they're
like selling out everywhere.
Where do you guys like to play the most in Boston?
I love Brighton Music Hall. I love that venue. The sound system's dope. For some reason, people come out when we play in Alston.
Yeah. Alston's got a nice little edge for that.
It has like a built-in crowd kind of too. It's sick.
Played Royale last year, and that was a lot of fun.
Amazing.
I think my favorite was the House of Blues, though. That place is so fun to play.
You can't touch that sound system.
The sound system's so epic.
How often do you guys gig out?
Lately, a lot more.
Yeah, I mean, we'll kind of go in little spurts. It's like we've been trying to write, so we were almost trying to get away from that so we could just put out some music and really record and spend the time mixing that. And Matt does a lot of that, so he's like in the caves of producing. And I'm like, how you been? And he like comes out with a beard. And I'm like, hey,
where
buddy.
do you do that physically? In your house?
I have a studio in Amesbury, Mass. So it's
in Amesbury, yeah.
Near Newburyport, down the street. Yeah.
You record other people too?
I do, yeah.
Oh, okay. So you teach and you record others.
You teach drums?
Yeah, I teach drums, yep. And we both like manage a studio, like a music school.
And you're a barber. You're going to teach barbering?
No, I just cut hair. I don't teach
so
anything.
good though. Oh my god. Yeah.
That's the thing now. We were talking about it, getting the haircut and the shave. Not that I need the haircut, but
it's trendy. Everybody's doing it.
Playing in different places. I mean, unless you really go acoustic, you're kind of hamstrung about where you can play with all your gear and everything that you're trying to do, right? So you can't. What's the smallest place you guys have played? Can you guys?
I mean, we just
or
played.
Will you do a acoustic set?
Oh yeah,
we will.
I mean, even when we did the rooftop gig, I played with kick, snare, and hi hat, and they both played acoustic guitars.
Yeah, you kind of mellow out the stuff that you do.
Yeah,
but we played full band at Hajoko.
That was at capacity though at Hajoko. I don't know if you guys have ever been there.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, you were actually there. It was the Verb Hotel.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah,
you were in Hajoko.
I wonder if they call it Hojoko because it used to be Howard Johnson's.
Hojoko.
I don't know. I doubt it, but that would be dope.
How do you spell it? Is that Japanese?
It's got to be why.
It's Japanese.
That would be sick though.
If they don't, you need to tell them that.
Mind blown.
That connection.
It's in the Verb Hotel. It's the restaurant there.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's got to
be.
How do you spell
it?
Hojoko.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
I don't know. We'll have to ask
My mind's
that.
exploding. The connection is so good right now. That's amazing.
No. It's Hojoko, Hojoko.
Howard Johnson Company. With a K.
It's a hip izakaya in the Verb Hotel serving Japanese tavern-style fare with craft beers and frozen
So good.
cocktails.
It could just be a made-up word that they just
True.
Yeah,
did as an homage to the.
That is so rad if it is.
Their food is actually awesome. Sushi is killer. Their drinks are great.
Yeah, it looks like a really cool place. I didn't eat in there,
So-
but it looks like a great place.
You were there for the pool party,
Yeah.
and we did. The next week we did the Cure cover show. We snuck in some originals, and it was at capacity and just killer. It was awesome vibe. So
If you're doing a full on show, like say you are doing House of Blues or whatever, you have your own light show and everything like that. You do that?
When we
Is
get the
that all?
chance to, we bring out all the funny
And like,
tricks.
does that, do you have video backgrounds and
No
all
video,
that?
but just like DMX synced lights. So our set runs off of like a click tempo map, the entire set.
Do you reherse with that, or is it just kind
Sometimes just for fun. Yeah, it's just fun. It's awesome.
it's awesome.
It's
Turn
a
the
party.
lights off and
Yeah, it's got
we have
strobes.
little red Christmas lights we put in front of our set when
That's
we
cool.
when we get. It works.
Not really.
It's awesome. I feel really cool when we do that.
So
Not really.
you sync it up to the beat.
Yeah, so it's so rad. So like he hits a cymbal like with a kick, blackout.
Yeah. So
and
I
like a
played
drum
with,
roll, it's like
Oh, is there an algorithm of some sort?
no.
What are you
Not
talking
like that,
about?
no. We're just talking about BPM.
Yeah,
sorry.
so we have it all mapped out. So it'll be like, okay, this is the intro. This is what we're gonna do. At this point, we'll black out this. All the lights go off. Here it's gonna be
We just
blue,
pre-plan it.
strobes, and then I played it with click the whole time. There's parts in there where you can have the jammy sections where we'll kind of like vamp on some chords before the song starts, but we all come in at a cued spot, and that's where the lights will either go on or strobe or. So yeah, I played it with click the whole time. I love playing it with metronome.
You
So
love
you have
playing
the
to a
intro.
metronome.
Love it.
Me too.
So
I
you're
just
from a-
started doing it.
Are you guys from another planet?
Oh, I love it.
I've never heard anybody say they love
a
playing
musical
to a metronome.
hug.
Love it.
It's
can
preferred to
record
be able to
it.
play to a metronome,
Yeah. When
but
you
not many
guys
people know
record
how
live.
or can.
You know, I
that
used to
includes
hate
drummers
it.
or
True.
whoever.
Yeah.
It's not an easy thing to do.
He never gets off.
No, you're insane. You could put like bars and bars of a click to like some sort of like jam part, and he'll still come in on one on the song.
Yeah.
It's insane.
I love it. I've been in bands where we argue over like 2 BPMs. So like, that's too fast. That's too slow. Like, all right, 187.5 is perfect. It's like you just get like so used to it. And
So what about live? Are you guys on a click in
We
there?
all have
yeah,
the
yeah.
players live.
Oh, 100%.
I have
yeah.
in-ears, so I can hear all their vocal stuff. So I get a feed from the board, and then I get a metronome as well. So I have like our own stuff, and we bring our own sound gear. We all
So
wear 'em.
when you can record your shows.
Yeah,
sure.
That's
It's
pretty
cool
sweet.
for syncing up video if you ever do like with the real song after, because you can get it to the exact BPM, which is dope.
Yeah.
If you are doing a big show, will you have that person cloaked in black
That's
in the
what
back
I'm-
piano while you guys are on stage?
Maybe
Will
When
you
we
do that?
start-
when we start touring more, like real tours, that's what I want, because I don't like messing with synths anymore live. I'm just
Yeah.
like over it. Like I just want to worry about my guitar and vocals.
and the amount of gear we have too, we have so much gear.
So much
we
for
have-
so little people.
Yeah, we're a trio, and we're like setting up lights and all this stuff and running around. So it's like, and then we're like, all right, John, play the keyboard too, and he's like,
At that point, I was like,
He's
I
like,
don't
try
want
to
to
do
go in between
everything.
a keyboard
Yeah.
and this anymore. Like I don't.
Yeah.
There's so much going on.
and then sonically, you're like, okay, we're choosing to take out a bass here to put in a keyboard part, and you can. So like, we were really trying to choose what's
sounded best.
working. Yeah.
So we're gonna Wizard of Oz it for touring, I think.
So you got the BMAs coming up. What's the? You said you wanted to tour.
Yeah.
We'd love that. Yeah.
So is it finish the album then tour or
Yes.
is it tour?
Yes.
Yeah. So the
Finish
EP
the
is
album
like
tour.
almost done right now. EP or record, whatever we decide,
Yeah.
and then touring right when we have a release date planned.
So you got a schedule, you got a time frame.
No, not yet.
Yeah. I mean, there was talks of doing the Texas thing again, South by Southwest.
Maybe after it
thing.
stops snowing.
Yeah.
That'd be
definitely.
a
Good
nice
idea.
timeline. Yeah. Wait for
Yeah.
the snow to clear.
Get this EP out. It's like we've been just working on that for forever. So to do that, and then we did some stuff with Myro. So we did some strings and some acoustic
Main Youth Rock
versions.
Orchestra.
So
is Myro.
Myro, yeah.
Yeah,
That's so Kevin Oates. You guys worked with?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
He's
Awesome
a great
guy.
guy.
How do you know Kevin?
I wrote some music with him for a documentary on Acadia National Park.
no, I was just there over
And
the summer. It's beautiful,
Yeah, it's
man.
it's,
Oh
it's
my
awesome.
God.
If you go to the kiosk where they actually have all of the, where you can go in and learn about things, they have our documentary is playing.
No way.
And
I played on it.
And that's right. It's
Yeah, right.
Chuck played on it as well.
did.
Featuring.
Did you record at Halo Studios?
Yes,
Nice.
You
That
did.
place is awesome.
I love Halo.
Oh my
Studios.
gosh.
So incredible.
in Wyndham, Mass. That
Yeah.
Kevin Billingsley.
Forget the
Anyway,
names.
he was the engineer there. He's a great cello player.
I didn't know
And
that. I didn't know he played.
He's a cellist.
Yeah.
That's his deal.
Oh, okay.
Before he did composing, and they did something cool with the Ballroom Thieves. right?
Yes.
you guys know that.
Yep.
Yep.
And then they played on stage with Guster on this
Yeah.
past summer.
Yes,
see
just
that.
watch
Yep.
that.
So I would love to hear that.
So yeah, we did.
Is
That's
that
gonna
on
come
good-
out with our record
Yep.
as like a little bonus.
The strings and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Full
Awesome.
orchestra. It's
Yeah, we did a couple acoustic versions. So yeah, you'll hear that for
Oh,
for sure
nice.
soon enough.
Myro. Yeah, we're looking forward to seeing you at the
The BMAs.
BMA.
You guys aren't playing at the BMAs.
no,
right?
we're not.
we
I
played
wish we
last
were.
year.
This
Yeah.
show's
Yeah.
nice.
So.
Yeah, we'll be
but
there for sure.
December 7th, right?
Yeah.
And that's the date.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Sounds
Heck
good.
yeah,
We'll
it's gonna be
hanging.
so fun.
Can't wait.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Goodbye, my picture perfect devil eyes. Changing my mind so soon, from a bleeding black heart to the blood of 6 moons. I let my demons grow cold. I'd hate to see you suffer, and more I'd hate to see you go. All in all, the timing fell like sunlight in the dead of the night of a living hell. We collide with a shot in the dark. The timing fell like sunlight. But if you save your goodbyes, I'm killing mine. So long, my plastic canopy of light. Maybe you could just wait until you live your life. If your sins are too strong or your sins are just right, at least you'll know. 'Cause I'd hate to have you wonder, and more I'd hate to see you go. All in all, the timing fell like sunlight in the dead of the night of a living hell. We collide with a shot in the dark. The timing fell like sunlight. But if you save your goodbyes, I'm killing mine. I'm killing time. So long, my sunrise. So long, my sunlight. Maybe I'll see you again. All in all, the timing fell like sunlight in the dead of the night of a living hell. We collide. All in all, the timing fell like sunlight in the dead of the night of a living hell. We collide with a shot in the dark. The timing fell like sunlight. But if you save your goodbyes, I'm killing mine. I'm killing time. So long, my sunlight. So long, my sunrise. Maybe I'll see you again. Night stroll to the graveyard on the hillside, where we dug a hole deep enough for two to dream. Then I watched you go. I need some time for rethinking, she said. Now I'm alone, 6 feet from where I was before. You left me dead on the floor. It's gonna hurt like hell when you tell me you don't need this. Sell my soul to demons. Stab me in the back, keeps you near me. It's black on black. My red's a little deeper. Stay again. It's gonna hurt like hell when you tell me you don't need this. Sell my soul to demons. Stab me in the back, keeps you near me. Black on black, my red's a little deeper. Stay with me, Gravekeeper. The only truth is that I'm dying in my blood now. There will be no kiss goodbye, no bloodshot sunset, open eyes. So sing to me, speak to the dissonance. I'll see you where it hurts like hell. When you tell me you don't need this, sell my soul to demons. Stab me in the back if it keeps you near me. Black on black, my red's a little deeper. Stay with me, Gravekeeper. The only truth is that I'm lying in my blood now.
We would like to thank the fellas at Contact for hanging with us, and we are looking forward to the album release. Check out the status of that and their videos and other information at thisiscontact.net. Go to abovethebasement.com where you can sign up for our newsletter, listen and subscribe to our podcast, like our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, and look at all the nice pictures we post on Instagram. We are everywhere. On behalf of Ronnie and myself, thanks for listening, tell your friends, and remember, Boston music, like its history, is unique. Above the Basement, Boston Music and Conversation is recorded at beautiful Woods Hill Table Restaurant in West Concord, Massachusetts. Woods Hill Table is honored to have been awarded 3 stars as the most sustainable restaurant in Massachusetts by the Sustainable Restaurant Association. The food is organic and locally sourced, non-GMO, and is absolutely delicious. Chef Charlie Foster focuses on seasonal ingredients and their own grass-fed livestock raised on the farm at Woods Hill in Bath, New Hampshire. Go to woodshilltable.com for reservations.